Coming up on 5 Minute News. Supreme Court could undo Capitol riot charges against hundreds, including Trump. Supreme Court to rule on limits on abortion medication. And Tesla recalls nearly all vehicles to fix Autopilot monitoring system. It's Wednesday, December 13. I'm Anthony Davis. The Supreme Court on Wednesday said it will hear an appeal that could upend hundreds of charges stemming from the Capitol riot, including against the disgraced former President Donald Trump. The justices will review an appellate ruling that revived a charge against 3 defendants accused of obstruction of an official proceeding. The charge refers to the disruption of Congress's certification of Joe Biden's 2020 election victory over Trump. That's among 4 counts brought against Trump in special counsel Jack Smith's case that accuses the 2024 Republican presidential primary frontrunner of conspiring to overturn the results of his election loss. Trump was also charged with conspiracy to obstruct an official proceeding. The court's decision to weigh in on the obstruction charge could threaten the start of Trump's trial, currently scheduled for March 4. The justices separately are considering whether to rule quickly on Trump's claim that he can't be prosecuted for actions taken within his role as president. A federal judge already has rejected that argument. The Supreme Court will hear arguments in March or April, with a decision expected by early summer. The Supreme Court agreed today to take up a dispute over a medication used in the most common method of abortion in the United States, its first abortion case since it overturned Roe v. Wade last year. The justices will hear appeals from the Biden administration and the maker of the drug, mifepristone, asking the High Court to reverse an appellate ruling that would cut off access to the drug through the mail and impose other restrictions, even in states where abortion remains legal. The restrictions include shortening from the current 10 weeks to 7 weeks the time during which mifepristone can be used in pregnancy. The 9 justices rejected a special appeal from abortion opponents who challenged the Food and Drug Administration's initial approval of mifepristone as safe and effective in the year 2000. The case will be argued in the spring, with a decision likely by late June in the middle of the 2024 presidential and congressional campaigns. Republican justices of the Supreme Court overturned the constitutional right to an abortion in June 2022. That ruling has led to bans on abortion at all stages of pregnancy in 14 Republican states. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said today that the appellate ruling threatens to undermine the FDA's scientific, independent judgment that would reimpose outdated restrictions on access to safe and effective medication abortion. Tesla is recalling nearly all vehicles sold in the US, more than 2 million, to update software and fix a defective system that's supposed to ensure drivers are paying attention when using the Autopilot. Documents posted today by US safety regulators say the update will increase warnings and alerts to drivers and even limit the areas where basic versions of Autopilot can operate. The recall comes after a 2-year investigation by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration into a series of crashes that happened while the Autopilot partially automated driving system was in use. Some were deadly. The agency said its investigation found Autopilot's method of making sure that drivers are paying attention can be inadequate and can lead to foreseeable misuse of the system. The added controls and alerts will further encourage the driver to adhere to their continuous driving responsibility, the document said. But safety experts said that while the recall is a good step, it still makes the driver responsible and doesn't fix the underlying problem that Tesla's automated systems have trouble spotting and stopping for obstacles in their path. 5 Minute News is an Evergreen podcast covering politics, inequality, health and climate, delivering independent, unbiased and essential world news daily.